so here is the unboxing for today. So that's probably got the manual in it. Yep. Here we go. Beach Hunter 300. Woo. Wow. Look at that coil. Holy jeez. Alright. So let's see what we got here. Wow, this is actually really large. This is bigger than, this is definitely bigger than my Sea Hunter box. Let's see. And it looks like that could be hardwired, I'm not positive. Alright, what else do we have? Got a little pouch in here. Very nice. Alright, so this looks relatively easy to put together. Obviously, this goes like this. This is where the coil goes into, like that. Easy peasy. Whoops. I'm losing pieces over here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and then I'll come back once it's all put together and show you guys the whole machine. Alright guys, so here's the machine all put together, and I wanted to show y'all what it came with. So obviously here's the owner's manual, Beach Hunter 300, but it also comes with this little pouch, which is for the box, and I believe you put this right here through your belt and you can wear it hip mount then. So, which will come in really handy because after picking it up, it is kind of heavy. So I'm gonna try it mounted on the shaft first for the first hunt. And if it's just too heavy, I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna use hip mount. But we'll do shaft first. And then it also comes with a DVD. Now I've not played it yet, but I'll probably pop it in here before the first hunt and see what all it has on there. So all in all, it was really easy to put together. It's got these little clips here for the coil, but I went ahead and I used some zip ties. They're just really loose. See, they still move around and everything, just to hold the bundle right there. But it's got a cable holder up there and then a cable holder down there. So alright, so it's all put together, so now let's go ahead and take it out to the beach.
Alright, hi everybody, Detector here. So today I'm metal detecting at a local beach, and you can see it behind me. It's very windy right now, very, very windy. We're actually expecting some storms, and yesterday it was very choppy, very windy too. So hopefully that'll translate into some good detecting down by the water. I'm looking at the water and it's choppy, so maybe that'll translate into some kind of beach erosion or uncovering goods that have fallen down. So we'll see. I'm excited. So today I'm out here with the Whites. This is the Whites machine that I've been telling you guys about. This is the 300 Beach Hunter. White's 300 Beach Hunter. So take these off so you guys can see it. So that's the control box. There's a whole lot of good stuff going on with this machine, honestly. I read through the manual and I've got it here because I need to do a ground balance with this machine. But this is it. The batteries go in here, and it's got just like a pressure clamp or whatever. So there it is. And this is a really large coil. I feel like a 10-inch coil is maybe too small. This could be a 12-inch coil. I'm not sure. It doesn't say in the book either, so I would need to measure it to actually figure out what size of coil it is, but it's a very large coil. So I'm also out here today with Rex. This is my 8-inch T-Rex scoop, and I did get my Raptor handle put back on. It came loose a couple of videos ago, and then I've just not put it back on. My husband's been bugging me about it, telling me to show him where I want it so that he can put it back on, and I just kept not doing it. So finally I did it, and we got the handle back on, so I'm excited about that. So I guess let me go ahead and get set up, and then I'll show you guys all the different little gadgets on the machine, and then I'll also show you guys the ground balance, how to do the ground balance for it. So let me get set up and we'll get to doing some metal detecting. Alright guys, so I'm set up and I'm ready to go. So let me go ahead and show y'all the different settings that we're able to mess with on this machine. So we've got a ground here, and this one you do have to ground balance. This is our sensitivity knob and our threshold knob. Now the Beach Hunter actually has a color identification here. So this one for iron will be red, rings are yellow, coins are green. And it does, I believe it has the different tones, and if you're in disc mode, it'll have different tones along with the ID, and if you're in all metal, it'll be one tone, but you'll still get the IDs, I believe. Now that's just off of reading the manual, so we'll actually see if that applies. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so I'm going to raise the threshold till I get a slight hum. There we go. I got just a faint little hum in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do a battery check, which is right here on the sensitivity. So I think got to go the other way. Alright, so I've got the green light for my battery check, so I'm good to go there. Now for sensitivity, I'm going to go ahead and set it to the P. That's a preset from the factory. There we go. Ground is currently set in the middle, but I do need to ground balance. So first I'm going to check to make sure there's no metal here. And there is something right there. Alright, so here seems good. Okay, so I need to switch it to all metal so that I can do my ground balance. So I'm in all metal now, and now I'm going to pump my coil a couple of inches above the ground, and I need to listen to the sound that it makes on the down swing. So let's give it a try. Okay, so I don't hear any sound on the down. There is a sound on the up, but nothing on the down. So I believe that's good, but we'll go ahead and do some adjusting and see what happens. So I'm going to give it a quarter turn and see if that makes a difference to anything. Nothing. All right, let's turn it another quarter turn. Just a faint sound. Another quarter turn. Still nothing. All right, so we'll go all the way to the end again. I hear it now. So it is getting louder when I go down. So I need to lower it back down. So we'll go another quarter back the other way. Now I'm hearing more. So we'll go again. There we go. It's just a little bit, so we'll go back. There. And I can actually probably go up just a little bit.
there. All right, I'm happy with that. Okay, so I think for this hunt, I think I'll go ahead and hunt in all metal, just because I want to see all the different sounds, or I want to pick up everything, and I'm going to dig everything. And we're going to be looking at the identification here for the targets, so we'll be able to get a good idea of where everything is ringing up in. I imagine it's going to be the usual. Iron objects are going to be red, rings, aluminum, stuff like that is going to be yellow, and then coins are going to be green. So, all right, let's go ahead and look for our first target. All right, guys, so I got the first target right here. I'm making my way out to the water. And this sounds like a lower target. Again, I believe this is a one-tone hunt in all metal. But I'm not seeing any identification on the color codes. So maybe I don't get color codes while in all metal. Alright, so it should be right in here. Just a little teeny tiny piece of maybe aluminum. It's hard to tell. Move Rex. Yep. So that was it. Alright. And again, there was no color identification with that particular target. So I'm going to keep making my way out towards the water. Look for our next target. Maybe it needs to be a certain size in order for the, there it goes. All right. So I got a target here. Let me try and show you guys the color identification. I'm gonna take the camera off. Gloves on. It's the bottle cap. Alright, so it looks like the target needs to be a relatively, decent size for the color identification to be able to work. It didn't seem to work on that little tiny target. Alright, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get my gloves on and then we'll keep searching for some targets. I see it. So it's some kind of cap or something. I don't know. I'll have to check that out, rinse it off, and look at it. Yep, that was it. So I missed that as far as determining where it was. Now this coil is very, very similar to the coil on the Sand Shark in that it's a concentric coil. So, actually, well, let me dig up this other target and I'll show it to you guys. So, this is probably going to be garbage. It's jumping around a little bit. Still there. Got it. There it is. It's a screw. Alright, so we got a little screw here. So it's garbage. It was ringing up, well, it was jumping around between garbage and a coin. So I'll go ahead and put it on the ground. Now, this coil, because it's a concentric, the target should ring up right in here. It does pick it up on all the edges. Yeah. I mean, it'll pick it up all the way around, but it puts it in the center of the coil, although it does seem to tend to lean a little bit more towards the left side of the coil. So it'll bump on the left side, but it won't always on the right side. So I don't know if it could be the target or if that's just how the machine is, maybe, I don't know. Now, I got this machine from Calico, so thank you, Calico, for sending me this machine to test out. And this is one of the 5 machines that you all had said you would like to see in action. Not necessarily by me, but you just were interested in the machine. And this one ranked number 3 out of all the 5. Alright, so let's keep searching. Alright, got another target here. Now this one is making multiple noises, so it's going wop wop, wop wop, wop wop, wop wop, wop wop, wop wop. So immediately I want to thank Bobby Pin because my Sea Hunter, which is a PI machine, would do double beeps on bobby pins. But maybe not. So I got it. Let's see what it is. explain why I was hearing the two beeps, because it was beeping on each side of that little washer thingy. Yep, that was it. Huh, nothing. But while we have Elsie out, let's see if there's any interference. So, right there, Elsie is picking up the beach hunter. The beach hunter is picking it up. Just right there, you can hear just like a very low growl, almost. There. Yeah. So there's a little bit if you get close to the coil. Over here, though, yeah, I'm not getting any interference. So I got a target here. And this one, well, that one's jumping all over the place. So probably garbage. Think I got it. Battery. Nope. Not Duracell. I don't know. Maybe like an off-brand. Alright. So that one was jumping all around on the scale. On the color scale. Wasn't very deep either. It was ringing up very loudly on the machine. And I'm making my way to the water. Got another target right here. Look at how choppy that water is. And if any of y'all out there are boaters, there it is. So bottle cap. Cranberry ginger shandy. Huh. If any of y'all out there are boaters, you know that that is a choppy bit of water. Very, very choppy. Does not make for good boating at all. So again, I'm making my way down to the water. There's something over there, but we'll go ahead and pick up this cup. Like leaving the garbage out here. Put that in there. There we go. Alright, so there's a target. It's not showing any kind of identification either. Now it is. That's ringing up in the, what's it labeled as? It's labeled as rings on the color code thingy. Let's see if I got it. Yep. It's over here. Probably a pull tab. Yep. Yep. Look at that, pull tab. But it was ringing up in the ring identification, which is where it should be ringing up. Alright. So we'll keep making our way down is getting louder, so I need to adjust it. Still louder. Well, it's as far down as it goes, so we'll have to go with that. I'm not going to go too far in the water because it's going to be cold. Yep, it's cold. Ah! And there is disturbance when the waves are crashing over the coil. So each wave, as it breaks towards the back of the coil over here, it's making noise. So it's going like wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Alright, but I do want to have it in the water. See how the coil is in the water. So it's very chattery right now. Alright. It's very chattery. It would be very difficult to identify a legitimate target if I was to hunt in the water right now. And I don't want to mess with my settings too much because I'm not going to be in the water. I'm going to stay outside of the water. But when you have conditions like this, you're going to need to adjust your settings because it's too much for the machine. It's too unstable. So we're going to come back out of the water. Alright. So I'm going to hunt along here. There's, you can see the little pool of water right there. I'm going to make my way towards that. I'm going to hunt in there. So, let me check my ground balance again. I'm going to see if turning it up will change. No, go all the way. No, we'll go back. All the way back down. There we go. Alright. So now in the manual for the beach hunter, they tell you how to ground balance, obviously. But they have this little tip in there that I've not seen in any of the other manuals on a machine that I had to ground balance. And I found it extremely helpful in trying to remember how to ground balance. So it says, when you're ground balancing, you pay attention to the sound that the machine makes on the downstroke. So if it makes noise coming up, that's fine, nobody cares. But if it makes noise going down, that's what you need to pay attention to. And it was saying, if the sound gets louder going down, treat it like a set of headphones. So if it gets louder going down, you need to lower the volume. And your ground balance is essentially the volume in this case. So if it gets louder, you need to lower the volume. If it gets softer, you need to raise the volume. I found that to be extremely useful because I always have trouble remembering what the manual says on how to do the ground balance. And I believe it's probably the same for all machines. I could be wrong. I've not used like a whole bunch of machines, so I could be very wrong. But I found that extremely useful. So if you have trouble remembering which way to turn your ground balance based on the noise, try that and see if that helps you remember. So I got a target here, but it's not coming up on the identification screen or the LED screen. I think I got it. that the coil is as big as it is because you're able to cover more ground. So I got another target here. But again, it's not coming up in the color identification. So I think I'm going to dig this, and then I'm going to switch it over to discriminate mode, or discrimination, instead of all metal. And we'll see what the different tones sound like. Still here, whatever it is. The bad thing about digging in this wet-ish stuff is if you don't get it on the first 1 or 2 scoops, it's almost, you're likely not to get it because it'll just sink and sink. I don't see it now. I'll check my diggings to see if I got it, but I don't think I did. Whatever it is still in there. Alright guys, so I got another target right here. It's not really coming up as anything on the LED screen, so, but I want to go ahead and switch it into disc mode. So we'll pop it down, and I'm going to lower my threshold. There you go. There. Alright, so I lowered my threshold because it was quite overbearing. Alright. So that is ringing up in the solid ring section. So it's a mid-tone. Probably going to be a pull tab. Alright, I got it. Alright. I've lost it. Another target here. This one's also a mid-tone. Missed it. Hopefully I get it in the first scoop. Nope, it did not. See, and it starts filling in, and then it turns into quicksand, and down it goes. Okay, so I did not get it, but it doesn't sound like it's in that hole to begin with. Wow. So there's a lot of interference now. A lot. I'm going to switch it to all metal. Woo! There, yeah. Having the machine in disc and having LC out, a lot of interference. I'm not finding it. Gotta switch it back to disc, and I'll take another scoop, but I'm gonna come in from the side now. I'm over here. Missed it again, apparently. I think I got it. Somewhere right in here. Is that foil, I think? Yep. Yep, it's foil. Ugh, all that work for foil. That sucks.
Alright, so here are my findings for today's hunt. Found a couple of bottle caps. This is, well, I think it used to be a screw cap possibly. And I found 2 batteries, a couple of pull tabs, some foil, a beaver tail. This I thought was a screw, but it's actually a rivet. And I found these 2 little things. Now this used to be all corroded over, and I broke it open, and it was, you know, some kind of washer circle thingy. And that is actually what was ringing up. It was doing the 2 beeps, and so that explains it, because it was beeping on each end of this circle, whatever it is. And then I found this tiny little, not really sure what it is, but it's like a little piece of aluminum. I found all of that with the White's Beach Hunter 300. And then I also picked up some garbage, and this is like a little floatable frisbee thing. I picked that up too. So those are all of my finds for the hunt. So that was my hunt for today. I had a really good time hunting out there with the whites. The coil was a lot larger than I expected it to be, which is honestly fine because I'm able to cover more ground with a larger coil. The color coding, I thought that was really interesting. I like it so far, but it's not always consistent. It has to be a large target, and it doesn't seem like it can be super deep for the color coding to be able to work. But I'll keep playing around with it and see, you know, how it comes on more hunts that I do with it. So again, I got this machine from Calico, so thank you Calico for letting me test it out. Thanks to y'all who actually, you know, picked this as a 3rd machine for me to try out from my list of 5. If you want any information on it, there's a link in the description down below, so make sure to check that out. Go ahead and leave me any questions or comments you have in the comment section, which is also down below. Make sure to like my video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I have a huge giveaway coming up when I hit 10,000 subscribers, so make sure to tell everybody to come over and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to also check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And until next time, I will see you guys later.